Now we'll talk about a Chinese journalist. Her name is Zhang Zhan. For The World, Zhang is a journalist who brought out the truth of Wuhan, the cover-up, the mishaps, the chaos that ensued on the ground after the outbreak. But in the eyes of China, she is a criminal. Today, she was put behind bars for 4 years. What was her crime? She did her job. She reported the truth about Wuhan. The United Nations has now called for her release, but China is going after every independent journalist who challenged the state's narrative. This report has her story.
It is rare for a journalist to get so much attention in China, especially when they are on trial. But China wants to make an example out of this one. Her name is Zhang Zhan, and this is her lawyer, the man being taken in by the police officer in plain clothes. What did Zhang Zhan do to deserve such attention? Her job. She was reporting. As an independent journalist, she reported from Wuhan at the height of the virus outbreak. This is her reward for the hard work. 4 years in jail. Zhang is a former lawyer. In February this year, she travelled from Shanghai to Wuhan. That's where she remained for 3 months, documenting everything. From overflowing hospitals to empty shops. And the daily life under lockdown. Zhang's reportage showed the truth about Wuhan. The chaos that ensued after the outbreak. And the botched up response of the local authorities. Now Zhang is paying a heavy price for exposing the Chinese state. She is in custody. Her lawyer said she is on a hunger strike.
What I'm most worried about is that she's such a determined person. She still thinks she's innocent, and we both pleaded her innocence in court, and the court gave such a harsh sentence. She's probably more determined to continue her hunger strike until the very end. So I'm very worried about her health and her life.
Zhang's lawyer visited her earlier this month. Reports say she had a feeding tube attached to her nose and mouth. Zhang's hands were tied to prevent her from removing the tube. This treatment in detention has made Zhang frail. Reports say she attended the hearing on Monday in a wheelchair. Despite the oppression, Zhang Zhan continues to fight the Chinese state. She refused to plead guilty during the proceedings. Finally, the court pronounced her guilty of picking quarrels and provoking trouble. A frivolous charge often used by the Chinese government to target dissidents and human rights activists. Zhang is the first citizen journalist to be formally sentenced for critical reportage, but several others have been punished. In September, Chen Qishi was put under state supervision. He had live-streamed videos from Wuhan during the lockdown. Li Zehua and Fang Bin, 2 more independent journalists, were detained. There may be others whose story is yet to get out. These crackdowns prove what the world has long known. China is hiding the truth about Wuhan and will go to any lengths to do so. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.